I should kiss the unicorn. It's been so good to us. But I won't, because that would be weird. So I wrote a book. How about that? So I wrote a book, and I wrote a book in 5 days. That's right. So for anybody who has ever written a book, please don't be mad at that statement. I want to tell you that I wrote a book in 5 days because if I didn't do it in 5 days, I would never do it. Put it on the calendar. I had set an intention that I knew this would be the year that I wrote the book, and put it on the calendar. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So a little bit about that. The process about that was I gotta go somewhere, right? Like I went on Airbnb and I was gonna go to a house in Largo that was like, looked like a tree. Well, it was like a tree house, but I was gonna have to share a bathroom, I think, and I didn't want to do that. And then I realized like, hello, where I am right now at the Ring. So anyway, I'm in the tree room. Oh, I'm moving and I shouldn't be. I'm in the tree room is what I call it. What we call it. Actually, we call it tree table talk, but we haven't done any tree table talk as of late. It's called the greenery room, and that room is just beautiful, and it's inspiring, and it's a tree table, and there's plants, and I gotta say, the Ring was, the people that work here are incredible. One day, I went out of my office to eat lunch, and when I was done with lunch, the owner of the Ring put a more comfortable chair in the office for me to write my book. I was like, that is so super thoughtful. So it's the little things, right? All right, so the process, it was going to be 3 chapters a day, and I was not going to leave until the 3 chapters were done. My friend LaFern Beatty, who I am so thrilled that the timing was all divinely planned, that we were going to do this walking, running torture thing actually, because I didn't know that LaFern runs marathons, but she does, or is training for marathons, whatever it is that she's doing that I'm not. I'm only doing 5Ks, and that is not often. But what happened was she told me about this framework that she had, and then she shared it with me, which I was really grateful for. So the first day I was able to put the framework of the book together and all of the chapters. So it started out as 13 chapters. Of course it was going to be 13 chapters. 13th Avenue Media, Born on the 13th, 13 grandmothers, some spiritual meaning behind that you should look up. And I met Scott on 13th Avenue. When I moved to Florida, I was on 13th Avenue. All right, I'm not gonna get stuck on 13, but that was gonna be it. But as I wrote the book, and even Alyssa had mentioned this to me, you know, most people don't know their title before they write the book. But me, I was like, no, I know my title. Well, it's not my title anymore. I still don't know what the title is, actually, but there will be a crane in the title. A crane, not the bird. It'll look like this. Actually, I thought about asking Alyssa to design the book cover, but I forgot to ask her about that till just now. So she can hear me. Maybe she will.
What?
I know, that would be crazy, right? But
Let's talk about that.
yeah, we will, for sure. Because I don't know, I just know it looks like that. Anyway, so for those of you that don't know, because in my crazy, insane mind that I think everybody knows because I've said it on video, I've written about it, and now I'm being very vocal about the fact that I'm sober, and not only sober, I'm sober, God willing, 25 years on August 11th of this year. So as I was writing this book, I realized it would be better suited if I honored the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. And so that's what I did. And 13 will be the bonus chapter, which is funny because who am I to say a bonus chapter? But that's what it is. It's a bonus. Bonus! If you're sick and tired of reading 12 chapters by me, now there's a bonus. All right, so let me just, without giving you too much about the book, I could just tell you what the chapters are, but a lot of those have changed. I wanted to write a book about my adversity and how that has translated to serve me so well in business. And now it has been like this topic of conversation for me with anybody that I get to tell. You know, I learned, lucky for me, because of good parenting and because of AA, that you help others. So if you're being told that consistently for 25 years, that you have to give it away to keep it, one of the slogans, how dare I not give back to you what was so freely given to me, that has completely translated through to business for me. So I have always been a giver, even before I got to AA, well, except when I was really in my addiction. I wasn't sharing nothing with you, okay? I was probably stealing it from you. But I really believe that if you are a good human being, you could potentially soar in business. Now, we all know that there's a lot of assholes that have done well in business, right? But some of them die early. I don't know. I also think that you really have to give back, and you can't forget who brought you to the dance. My friend in my head, Dr. Nito, the president of High Point University, says that all the time. Never forget who brought you to the dance. And I had already known that because I will never forget how people gave to me so freely when I came into AA. I mean, I could give nothing, and everybody just helped me, and they didn't want anything in return. People were giving to me without expectation. Like, where does that happen? So when that's ingrained in you for so long, and you realize that the key to life and being happy is to be kind and to help others, it's very easy to do that in business, because if it's worked this long for me in AA, it's certainly going to translate to my business life. And I never forgot that, but I never really put it together. I just thought it was so common. I thought people knew that. I thought people knew that if you were good and you helped somebody else because you thought it would get them to a place that they needed to get in business faster, you would just help them. But you know, when I look back on my 6 years in business alone, with my own companies, that isn't the case normally. Now, I, all day long, like there isn't a day that goes by that I'm not giving something to somebody. And I'm proud of that. And I'm very good at that. I don't have any problem if you think I have an ego. I don't care. It's true. I will help others. But I'm always surprised at how there's not many people that are willing to help me. Some people might say, well, then why don't you ask for it? Well, sometimes I just don't think that I should have to. I mean, if you see somebody, you know, coming by and giving you a unicorn many times over, then you go, you know what, unicorn, I should give something to you. I feel like I should kiss the unicorn. You've been so good to us. But I won't, because that would be weird. So, yeah, like, I realize that so much now. I've had recently people say very interesting things to me, like one of them, I went up to somebody recently and I told her how I heard her speak somewhere and she was amazing. And I told her about some event that goes on where there'd be a group of women that she could probably, you know, sell her brand to. And she told me that she needs to be invited to something like that because her calendar is so busy. So isn't that funny? Like, it's, so immediately she does not think I have a calendar. You know, I don't know. Maybe I didn't have my hair done that day or something. I was doing yoga. But, and then there was somebody else who at the very beginning of my career in business alone as an entrepreneur, I had given a what I thought was a good business idea. It was a good business idea. And this person said to me, please, I have people for that. Well, I read a post literally today, that same person that said that wrote literally a post on Facebook that is this long about how he is suing all of these people, and him and his partner in business are going through this traumatic, like, you cheated, you lied scandal for all of us to watch, right? But then I will end by telling you this. Randy Zuckerberg, Randy Zuckerberg, I got to come to an event here in Largo, and I had to raise money to bring her here, and everybody said that it wouldn't happen, and it did. And Randy Zuckerberg not only set up a phone call to talk to me for 30 minutes and give me some free business advice after the event, no charge. She also sent me a doll of her book, Dot, with a personalized note to me about what she thought I was, which was like the note was enough, the doll, and then she sent a box of autographed books for me to give out to the sponsors of this event. Now, I say that to you so you could draw some type of comparison, right? Like somebody that is very, very successful, like uber successful, that still does really kind things, and then somebody who told me that they had people. People have said a lot of things to me, and I'm sure people have said a lot of things to you too. But my hope is that you will just be kind and you will help others. And if you want to refer clients to me, I would be honored to take them, because I would not want you to think that I wasn't accepting new clients, because as I have said, for every doctor that I've ever worked with, the day that it says not accepting new patients is the day that you need to hire more people. That's it. Well, I wrote a book. Oh boy, this is going well, Alyssa, so far. All right, I'll really get into gear, but I'm sure some of this will be part of the edit, right? Like how you make fun of me and so I wrote a book. Now I can envision it. I'm sure Alyssa will be putting something up there.
Yeah, I know what that means.
I know you know, but funnier because she'll probably put that in the video of me doing this. It's like a superpower.